The journey begins. Oh man, this is some nostalgia right here, man. For freedom, anyway. It's opening, man. This is taking me back. I hope I got the whole thing in. It's not writing, but really crap. There we go. Hopefully I've got it all in. Is this all in shot? Let's bring it back a bit. Bring the table back. There we go. Or maybe in next episode I'll sort out the camera a little bit more, but there we go for now. Time for some Monster Hunter G. Now, as I said, this is like a diary, really. Like a vlog of my journey through Monster Hunter G, because this game's massive. I'm not going to do one video of the whole game because it's going to be like 20 30 hours, so I'm just going to upload these the day I play them and then what I do, and then we just see how long it's going to take me to beat it. Because I'm going to casually play it. When I've got time, I'll record it, and we'll just... Today is Thursday, September the 7th, 2023. How long is it going to take me to beat this? And I've got to keep like sorting out the lighting, which is very annoying. Now I'm using a classic controller. This piggy thing's different because it must be G. We're using the classic controller here. I'm using the PSP scheme, so I don't have to use analog to attack, because that's terrible. This piggy thing is not in Freedom 1, so this is new already, having a piggy walking around the map. This is great. Let's go to options and just see what we've got. There's Lao Shanglong music. All good here, nothing. It's all good. And then let's start a new game. Man, this is nostalgia. Right. What are we going to do with our character? I know what I'm doing. It has to be done. It's got to be Bear Grylls. Alright. On Bear Grylls. Need some pills. It's definitely got to be Bear Grylls. It's just like the ultimate Monster Hunter character. I remember one of my characters back and there was Duncan Banatim. That was a great name. Duncan Banatim. Right. Bear Grylls. I can't get the whole word in. Bear Gry. There goes Bear Gry. Let's go for this colour. What Bear Gry hairstyle do we need? We need Bear Gry. There's like a Final Fantasy hairstyle there, Tidus. It's got to be that, isn't it, Bear Gry? Wait, how's it got a ponytail? Let's go a bit. What voices have we got? I'll just go to the standard one. Not doing network mode. Wait. I'm not going to save it, but... Here we go! Right, the first few quests are just boring, generic stuff, so I'm going to have to make this interesting by talking a lot of crap, so... What I want to do is probably... I'm going to main one weapon type, I think. I'm not going to do what I normally do when I play Monster Hunter, and just like go for all weapons and just use every weapon. So we need to decide what weapon I want. But I don't think I can this one, because... This is G, you know, so you might be able to start with weapons, because it's Freedom 1. I can't remember what Freedom 1 changes from the original. There's a lot of like quality of life improvements from this to the first one, so thank God. Like, I do know, plus this is the Wii version, they might have made some more changes to it, I don't know. But I know, like, item management's definitely a lot better than it was in the original. It's really bad in the original. Do I start off with all weapons? This to me. Oh man, the controls. I got used to the controls as well. You do. Okay, it does let us start with weapons, which I'm happy about, and we've got armor as well, so we can Let's get some armor set going on. Now the original Monster Hunter, you don't have armor spheres or anything. It's just a whole armor set will give you an extra bonus skill. So like a full chainmail will give me some bonuses. So we go for chainmail. I don't know what shall we do for our run, our save. I'm not going to use dual swords because they're terrible on the original generation of Monster Hunter. I might do a greatsword run. I might do a hammer run. I might do hammer just because early on the greatsword's terrible because the sharpness is yellow for a long time. It means it's just going to bounce off everything. Same goes to lance. And guns just now, using guns. I'm probably going to hammer it just because it, even with low sharpness, you can do some decent damage. So let's just go out. Let's do a hammer run. It's going to probably bite me back in the arse when I later on though. And that's what we've got so far. So let's go. This music's so good. So, is the farm in this game? I think it is, but we just can't unlock it yet. Let's talk to the classic village elder, get some money. Which I'm going to save the money. I'm going straight to the first quest, which get 2 raw meat. Nice and fun, isn't it? Now, hopefully the loading times are good. I haven't actually checked my controls. I might have the original controls on still, which is terrible. So we'll find out in a second. And hopefully I can change the controls in-game. Oh no, it's the PSP controls. Thank God for that. So, if this was the original game, I put the original mode on. This right analog would be attacking, but I'm not doing that because it's crap. Some weird like experiment they did and it was not a good idea. So, So I've been playing Rise a lot. So going from Rise to this is quite a big change. So what we're going to do is get this quest out of the way. Because you haven't unlocked the map yet. We've still got lots of like limitations early on. A lot of recent Monster Hunters, I don't even think there's tutorials in the recent ones, but like as the games go along, as the games go along, like the tutorials, you can skip them. I think on Freedom 2 onwards you could skip the tutorial, I'm not sure, but you could skip them a few of the recent ones. But on Try you couldn't skip it, and the Try has the longest tutorial, it's awful. Because there's loads of new mechanics like swimming and stuff. Right, I'm going to see if we get a Cuckoo scale and a dung here. Let's see if we can get ourselves a Cuckoo scale. I think so slow post. Monster, dung, I don't want that. Dung. Monster dung it's called in Japanese. As you can see, I'm playing the Japanese version. I didn't get any Cuckoo scales. Right. So there's quite a few gathering spots, which I'm not going to bother doing. Let's just go. So we need to get, what am I doing? We need to get raw meat. And the way to get raw meat is just go for the herbivores. So let's do it. I feel like have they done the graphics up? It looks better than I remember the graphics. I think it's just HD. I think it's just better resolution, that's all. Definitely looks better than the PS2 one. Oh, it. Hammer it up, hammer. There we go, that should be it. The thing about this game is the enemies' corpses fade away so quick. You've got to be quick. And another thing is the original Monster Hunter had different control scheme. Like the carved bottom was not the same, and ever since 2 onwards they changed the control. I think 2 might be the same actually. Ever since Freedom they changed the controls around. So on the original, if we're talking to PlayStation language and controls, I think X was carve as well as roll. No, circle was roll, X was carve. But now they fixed it on this and it's X is roll and circle is carve, which it has been since Freedom 1. So yeah, if you go back to the original Monster Hunter to play for like curiosity, the control schemes are going to really throw you off because it's really strange. And I would love to play the second one, DOS, which only came out in Japan, but they still have the same weird control scheme, so I don't know if I want to play it. Because it has some unique fights in it, which are only in that game. We're going to go through G. Right. I do own G on PS2 as well, but that suffers from the same old control scheme. So, and I found it on the Wii for like 110 yen, so why not? Right, we did it. So we got the... Yeah, I know. Raw meat. Here we go. Now, there's a famous awful quest, which is in Monster Hunter for a long time. I think it was in it until... I think it's in Try as well, actually. It's in most of them until, like, World, I think, is Liver of Legend is the classic name for the quest that everyone hates, where you gotta spend a year trying to get a cephalous creature to jump out of the sand to get it. Oh my god, we're gonna have fun with that one. I'm not gonna like just do one quest at a time. I'm just gonna play one session and then record it, upload it, and then we do it that way. Just like a diary entry of my Monster Hunter journey. It's been a long time since I played original Monster Hunter anyway. There you go, I can put it straight to my item box, which you couldn't do that on the original. You had to go into your pocket and then put it in the box, but they've fixed it on this version. Apparently, all the online content is available offline on this game, because it wasn't on the original. If I want to do that, I don't know if I want to do that. I think we're just going to focus on the main offline content, and then I'll decide what to do from there. It looks like I'm called Bear Cry, not Bear Cry. Bear Cry. Right, let's just keep going. We don't need to do anything yet. Let's just get these out of the way. Wait, what one's this one? Look at. So next quest is... We've got to cook some meat now. Let's do it. Loading times are a lot faster. They used to be really bad on the original. Right, so... There's always a really like massive delay when you pick items on this. It takes ages for you to turn to the next one. It's very weird. Let's go. Dash, yeah, no, it's telling me all the mechanics. The guy, like, all this information, I always skipped it. So there's probably stuff I don't know still, I don't know, but oh well. So first things first, we don't even have to hunt anymore, so I've still got some raw meat on me. So what I can do is start cooking. I don't know what the button is, so I might screw this up. If I do it quick enough, it shouldn't get rid of it. It will still at 2. Just so I know what the button is, it's circle. Okay. So we've got to wait for it to change colour. Oh, I screwed it. Oh wait, I was too early. Because it changes colour twice. So you can see it change colour to like rare, medium rare, whatever. And then it changes again. There you go. I think I only need one of them. Let's double check the quests. Yeah, we did. Right, let's go. I mean, when I first played this, obviously I was getting immersed in the world and I spent a lot more time on one quest just exploring it, but I played a lot of Monster Hunter, I don't need to do that. 20 seconds. This classic, this ending theme. This is the classic, man. Oh, you can't beat original Monster Hunter, you can't. It's just, well, for me, it's just nostalgia. There's the music and that. Oh, atmosphere, man. Even though the new game has amazing atmosphere, definitely a lot better, but this is just nostalgia playing in my mind. I have so much memories of this game. Most of the memories of not me playing it is watching my brother play it back in the day. He was the one who really got into the original. I didn't actually like the original that much. I didn't get into the series until Freedom 2, really. I played Freedom 1 quite a bit, but I didn't get that far into it. I did play it quite a bit, but I still wasn't that into it. It was Freedom 2 which really got me into the series. Right, let's just continue, because we haven't got any materials or anything yet. There's no point until we get this crap out of the way. So the next one is... get 2 herbs and spiderweb. So it opens up the map a little bit, so you can slowly progress through the map of the first one. Now, anyone who's new to Monster Hunter, well, nowadays, this could be a hindrance. Like anyone who's like familiar to a Monster Hunter game and wants to play the original, this structure, how it slowly opens a map like this, can be very annoying because you're used to it. But I think this is good how they've done it for the original Monster Hunter, because this is like what started the series. So this whole like system is completely new when it came out. It's nothing like this at all when it came out. So doing it this way was a good way of doing it. It was definitely the best way of doing it. maybe not try. I tried doing it a bit weird, but I think this is a good introduction how they did it. There was nothing like this at the time. Now there's loads of games that copy this and they're nowhere near as good. I want to get myself a cuckoo scale. Come on, I'm just want to prove you wrong that it exists. Didn't get one, did I? Did I get not one? And this is back in the day when you didn't have icons here. It was just text, but there's icon on the bottom now. I think on the original we had no icon at all on the original version. Okay, we didn't get a cuckoo scale. Get some more text from him. So, to get the herbs and the spider web, you've got to go up here. So let's go up here. And if you're used to Rise, you're going to realise that climbing on this is the slowest thing in the world. I think there's some ivy here I can get. Yeah. There we go. The game keeps changing its brightness in each map, so I've got to keep resetting my camera, which is very annoying, but it's alright, it's not a problem. Right, some moss wines here, which we can be using later on in the quest. So we're going to go up here. You have to go right up to the top. Look at that. Right up to the top. You can go a little bit faster. Take stamina up. You can take a little bit more speed up. I think I can get some more ivy here, but I'm not going to bother because ivy's good for traps. Which I might get some come to think of it, because traps is vital when you've got capture quests to do on the game. Oh, no, okay, it's not here. It's the next one. This is the era, I think 2004, 2005. This is the Resident Evil 4 era. So it has that kind of Resident Evil 4 graphics. It's that era of mid-2000 Capcom graphics, which I really like. But the problem with Monster Hunter series, it stayed like this for so long. This was the graphics of Monster Hunter until 2018. It was ridiculous. Even like Monster Hunters, like in 2016 and 2015, had the graphics like this. They just didn't update the graphics for so long until Monster Hunter World. And it was so refreshing to have a Monster Hunter game which actually was updated graphics. Because Tri wasn't a massive upgrade. It had some really interesting effects on it, but it wasn't really a massive upgrade because it was a Wii game. There you go. Here's our spiderweb. So I think today I'm just going to get out these crap quests out of the way. We're not going to do any good, interesting quests because you can't skip this. For anyone who's used to Monster Hunter, this can be very annoying. But if this is your first ever Monster back in the day, it is a good way to slowly get into the system. And when you first play it, you don't even know about massive monsters and that really. All you see is the title screens. You're just thinking, okay, this is like some adventure game really. Remember, I wasn't expecting like big creatures, and then when my brother finally got to like the first cuckoo, he's like, "Whoa, this game's completely changed," and it was just threw him off. Because when you haven't played that, it kind of feels like a Harvest Moon sort of game. When you haven't got to the big monsters to begin with, you don't really. When you're like a new person to the series and don't know anything about it, because it takes quite a while to actually get into the combat. You're like, "What is this? Like some farm simulator?" I don't know. It just feels like one of those simulation games. You don't really know what you're to expect. I'm not getting any herbs here, so I think it must be area 3 for herbs. Is it here? Or is this more crappy nuts and stuff we don't need? Seeds. Yeah, another seed. Empty seed. Ugh. Another empty seed. Where are the herbs? Okay, these are seeds. That's for gunners. We're not using guns, so we don't need any of that. It could be here. This is a spot here. This could be the herb spot. Yep, I think we need 2. I'm just going to go for the max one of this. There we go. So I'm not going to play this every day. It's just going to be a casual thing. And when I do play, I'll record and upload it at the same time, so it's kind of real time, if you know what I mean. So I don't know how long this is going to take. God knows how many videos this is going to be, because it's a big game, and well, it won't take as long as a complete beginner, because I'm a veteran of the series, so you know, I know what I'm doing. I better make sure I've got my stuff. 2 herbs and 1 spiderweb. And we've got 3 spiderwebs, 3 herbs, which is good. It's so much better playing this with fixed controls though. Like, oh my god. I love the sounds of this area. It sounds like England countryside. We're done. Back in the day, this looked amazing. Like graphics and like the atmosphere and the world design was just amazing for its time. It looked so good. I used to like what I always do on every Monster Hunter game. This is my ritual. I do every new Monster Hunter game. I would literally spend when I unlock a new map. I would go on the map, no quests, and just explore the map and just enjoy it, enjoying the scenery. And I used to do it all the time. I just enjoy the atmosphere and go through it and just have a stroll and just have a walk through the environment because I love the environments on these games. And I did it. I've done it since I started playing them from like Freedom 2. And I just soak the environment in. And I've done it on the latest Rise Sunbreak. I did that. Every time I do it, I spend like an hour on one map just doing nothing and exploring and just taking in the world because it's so good. And I remember the swamp on this game has some really good atmosphere and I loved it. There was like an area where I just stayed there and listened to the atmosphere for like half an hour and it's just so amazing. The atmosphere and some areas, there's certain areas, I will have to show you because there's some certain areas that have amazing sounds on this game, which is original. Right, next quest is make 2 potions, which we probably can do easily because I think you can buy herbs. So we're going to buy max herbs. I think you can just buy a potion and then put that in the box. Let's see. I think we can skip this. I'm pretty sure. I don't want to talk to you. We can just put a potion in the box and it counts. Don't have to actually make it. Which is good because I have to find honey. I can't be asked to find honey. Is it honey or is it blue mushroom? I don't know, but let's see if we can skip the level. What am I doing? I might just take the gear. I think you keep it. Let's see. Let's see if it lets me do it. There we go. Now you couldn't do that on the original Monster Hunter because you can't buy potions from the get-go. On G you can, they fixed it. They updated it so on G you can get potions straight away. But on the original it's so brutal that you can't even buy potions until like near the end of the game. You have to like make potions. That's what padded the game out. Really, realistically, the content was so small in the original Monster Hunter, you could probably beat it in about 10 to 15 hours, but because of the grind and how they made it and how strict they made getting items, it would take like 40 hours just because of the way they did it. But they fixed a lot of that on this one, so that's good. I've got a cuckoo scale. I'm happy with that. Oh, I kind of want the cuckoo hammer because it's pretty decent. If that's in this game, it might not even be in this one. Oh, you can't beat Monster Hunter, such a good game. Right, let's continue. Now we have the last quest of the Tortura, which is... Oh, is this fishing? Oh, I hate fishing in this game. Oh, fishing quests. They're the most boring thing ever. And they're not even, like... I mean, on the early Monster Hunters, there was a reason to fish, even on Try, because you need fish to make good ammo. It was the only way to make good ammo on the game, but like, on new Monster Hunters, you don't need fish because you can just buy the ammo. Most ammo you can buy, you never actually need to go out your way to fish for certain types of fish to combine on the later Monster Hunters. You don't. So it's kind of like a completely pointless feature on the later Monster Hunters because there is no need to fish at all on Monster Hunter Rise. I don't think World either. Unless you're going for all achievements and you have to get like the secret, like the treasure fish and whatever it is. But if you're not going for achievements, you don't need to do it. This area has amazing music. Let's just listen to it. You probably can't hear it on the camera though. Just go on YouTube and put Monster Hunter Era 10 atmosphere or ambient and just listen to it. It's amazing. You can't really hear it. It sounds like Devil May Cry sort of Resident Evil 4 era atmosphere. Here we go. Now this is your first Bullfango. We're going to take him out because I want to get some Bullfango gear. Or some materials from him. And there's something I want to show you here as well, which I didn't know for such a long time. I didn't realise until like Monster Hunter... No, not even Monster Hunter Yacht. I didn't find this out until I played it like way after on emulator. But first, let's take out this Bullfango. Nice start. Sometimes he will instantly charge. He's not going to do it somewhere. What's he doing? They're taking a... That was a 5 charger. Normally he does a 3 charge then run. He does like a 3 ramp up. That was weird. He took 5 steps before charging. You're going to do an instant. 1, 2. Normally it's 3. 3. There you go. That's what he usually does. What was that 5 all about? Take him out. And another thing looks like they fixed as well, because this is G, the Freedom one, the health is balanced, because everything had so much health on the original Monster Hunter. They've definitely balanced the health. So this is the better version. There's no need to play the original Monster Hunter, just play G. If you can get hold of it, because G is only available on PSP in the West anyway, if you're not going to use emulation. And the problem with the PSP version of this, it has really bad input lag, but this doesn't, so that's fixed a lot of things. Here we go. What's the button? I didn't know what button is. Okay, circle. Now we've got to spend ages trying to get what we get. Sashimi Uo. Sashimi Uo, okay. Fishing game. Bit of Animal Crossing. What? Did I just lose a bait? What? Oh, I swear that was fine. Okay, what's going on here? I lost a bait at a time. There we go, finally got it. Come on, give me it. Hey, we got it! Do we only one? That's really lucky. Oh my god, that's so lucky. No, it takes ages. We got very lucky. There's some item here. What's this? No. What's this? Bloody stone. Now this area, I didn't know this existed, this area here, until I played it like 10 years later. You go over here and you can mine. But you can't now, it's blocked off. But there's a mining point there, which I never knew about for ages. Nah, there's a point. I'm going to see what we get here. It's probably just crappy rocks. Yep. Stones, completely useless. Yeah, that's pointless. Right, let's go back now. We've done the quest. What's the quickest way? It's probably 8. Well, yeah. Man, atmosphere. Resident Evil 4. It's not, but it sounds like it. There is a Resident Evil 4 track in this. The Serenity track is in this game, but it's in the swamp. And I will show you it when we get to that eventually. But getting the swamp's going to take a while. I might get myself some mushrooms on here. That's going to be it. Hashike Kurumi. Oh, I guess I want blue mushrooms. What the hell is Kurumi? Kurumi is like walnut. Hashike... I don't know what that is. What is that? I have to look at the item because the name's different. It's my first time playing it in Japanese, so I'm used to the English names. So what is that? It's a nut. Scatter nut, maybe? That's probably a scatter nut. I'm not sure what that is. Let's keep going. Did it? I was very lucky there. We're going to end it there. I'm going to save it and everything. And this is going to be my intro, but what I'm going to do, this is going to be the exploring game, but it's going to be a diary, and in the next episodes from then on, I don't know, I might do it separately. I'm going to do it separately because it's kind of weird, this one, but yeah, because I'll just upload it on the go, boom. So, let's just save it. Or shall I do one more quest? Let's do one more. Just get there, because I think there's like one urgent. Let's get the urgent done with. What am I going to get? No crap I don't need. Should sell it really, but you ain't getting nothing for it. Right, let's do our urgent. I can't upgrade weapons. I know it's an iron weapon. I don't know what route I'm going to take. Should I go the bone hammer route or the iron hammer route? I haven't decided. All I know is I'm putting all this crap away. I did get what I wanted, the Fango pelt. Right. I think it's Flea Velociprey. Free Velociprey? Yep. Let's do it. Oh, I keep getting him. Ugh. Every time it loads, it keeps screwing my camera. It's very annoying. Even when I lock the settings, it just screws over. We're going to get cutscene as well to introduce the Velociprey. Let's go. Right, they're in area 8. We can get this done quick. And that's 1-star quest done that way then. Straight on to 2-star. Here we go. It's like a Dino Crisis feel to it, doesn't it? This used to scare me when I first watched it. I was like, oh my god. Well, not scare me, but like, up until now, there was no like predators or anything. So everything you fight is like passive. So this is the first time. So when you first play Monster Hunter, you're like shitting yourself just fighting these. Because yeah, it was crap at the game. So you're like, man, this is like a boss. It felt like a boss. Well, the Velociraptor was definitely like a boss. Like a boss in the game, but it's not. This is the generic monster. Right, here we go. Let's get used to my controls. Let's hammer these arseholes up. It's going to be easier because G, they've got less health, so it's not going to take as long. Dead already? Man, that would take like 3 times longer on the original Monster Hunter. It really did make everything weaker, which is a good thing because it was way too long. Everything was so tanky on the original. Get some of that. I don't think there was There we go! Oh, I missed it. I missed the goal swing. I don't think there's any no, there is no Velociprey hammer. Let's just get a power hit in. So I need to carve it now because they fade away so quick on this game. You just got to go for it. I got very lucky there. How lucky was I not getting hit by that? Let's just go for it. Charge up and swing him up. There you go. That would not kill it normally. There we go. Now I wish this is where I wish I was playing Rise, because with Rise you can like manipulate the game where you can skip. Well, saying that this game hasn't really got that, but like there's like a cutscene when the time runs out when you beat a quest, and you can skip that whole cutscene on Rise by doing some weird like exploit. But you know, I'm not going into that because that's Rise, not Monster Hunter G. Let's get ourselves some spiderweb quickly. I kind of want to go through all the main games and like record them and document them because I've got most of them. I've got 2 and I've got Tri Ultimate. I can get Tri for like 50 yen if I want, but I'd rather just play the Ultimate version. Monster Hunter 4 can sod off. That's a crap game. Yeah, I've got all of them really. Quest clear. Do I get anything good? Yes, I do. I'm just gonna... There's no point looking at upgrades because I haven't got any iron ore yet. There's no point until you get iron ore. There we go. We've got the gallery cutscene. This is what I miss on Monster Hunters now. Because the graphics are really good, they don't bother putting ecologies in it. You get like CG cutscenes for big monsters on the old games. You don't get that anymore because the graphics of the game's the same. You know what I mean? There's not like pre-rendered graphics anymore. which is a shame because that was interesting. I'm not going to buy anything still. I'm going to buy myself some pickaxes. Get some bug nets because we need those. And that's it for now. Well, money's gone already. And that's what we're going to do for now. I'm just going to save it. I'm going to put some crap away as well. I don't want to put that away. There we go. So, there's my first session of Monster Hunter G. Still a great game. I don't know if this is... Problem is people have been introduced to Monster Hunter from Monster Hunter World. I don't know if they'll be able to play this and enjoy it. Which is a shame because these are really good. It might be only good if you play them like if you're a Monster Hunter veteran, you're good with it. But anyone who's like started out on World, they might not get on with these ones because they're so like slow paced. But I like that. I think it's better. You can't beat the old ones. There you go. It's my first day session of Monster Hunter G. See you next time.